Hey everybody, welcome back to Champ and Sons and our Madden 21 Houston Texans Franchise series, where we will be facing off first against the Washington football team and then the Tennessee Titans. And taking a look at our performance in the game against Denver that I mentioned in the last episode, we do not have that game just because got lost in transferring files. That happens. We did get Matthew Walker with AFC Defensive Player of the Week. And now coming into Washington, we have a massive defensive foe that we have to worry about in Chase Young. So once again, y'all know how I go. Give up 2 or fewer sacks in this one. And once again, not just removing him from the game altogether, but it's really just going the whole slowing down pattern. And at that point, it seems like Madden's just accepting he's going to get 2 sacks. I think we can limit him. I really do. I think our line is getting good enough that we can do that. So we'll see how that kind of goes coming into this game. 8-1 Houston Texans taking on the 4-5 Washington football team. And here we go. About 10 minutes to go in the first quarter. Deshaun Watson is going to be in the shotgun, as he will get the snap, and he'll drop it off over to Thomas. Over the middle, makes a great catch in traffic, and actually comes down with it at the 10-yard line. Not quite a first and goal situation, but it is 1st and 10 from the 10. And on this one, we're going to start sending Fuller in some motion as he starts to approach Watson coming across. And we're going to hand it off to Fuller off the right side. He's going to fumble it after the big hit. Washington will recover, and we will get them stopped before they can take it in for a touchdown. And now we're going to jump ahead to the second quarter, about 7.5 to go. We are tied at 3 apiece. This has been a slugfest. And on that one, Watson over the middle to Fuller for the touchdown, Houston. Touchdown, Will Fuller on a big play. Watson to Fuller, and that should start to give us a little bit of separation, as we will now take the lead 10-3 in this one. It has been tough sledding. So getting those little successes when we have them is a big part of our game plan. So now here we are going to be in a 1st and 10 for Washington in the third quarter, about 4 minutes remaining. And they've only been able to add a field goal to it. The score is 10-6, as Washington now has a 2nd and 6 from the 34. Dwayne Haskins is still on their team in Madden. I don't do the whole roster update thing as we go. I just let the game simulate it out as it would be, as he hits McLaurin for a big play into the end zone for the touchdown. We've given up our lead. McLaurin on the big run and after the catch, getting him into the end zone. And so now here we are going to try to respond in the fourth quarter. Watson runs up the middle, gets a big hit, and is knocked down at the 1-yard line. Luckily, he did not fumble. 11.5 to go in the fourth quarter. We are still trailing by 3, 13-10, with 1 yard separating us and the end zone here on a 2nd and goal. So what am I going to do? I'm going to try everything we can to just power this one in. I do put Ronald Jones in the backfield since he is a little bit heftier, and he will take it easily up the middle for the touchdown and the lead. Ronald Jones, touchdown Houston, touchdown Texans. And here we are going to be a little bit later in the fourth quarter, about 6.5 remaining, still with our 4-point lead, 17-13. Watson's going to get the pass off to Will Fuller on the right side. He's down to the sideline, tries to make a man miss, and gets brought down out of bounds at about the 8-yard line on that one. Big play, Watson to Fuller, as he approaches and exceeds 750 receiving yards on the season. Deshaun Watson hits Fuller perfectly on that out route, and he just has too much speed and is going to be able to run away. Just couldn't quite get past their safety as he is brought down at the 8-yard line. Now we do have a 1st and goal, 6 minutes to go. Watson's going to go 4 wide. It's closed in tight from the shotgun formation with Junior to his right. Watson gets the snap. He scans over the field. He's going to run forward, breaks a tackle, and is finally going to be brought down for a sack by Matthew Ioannidis, as we will now have a 2nd and goal situation. Did only lose 2 yards in that sack, so we are still at the 10, which works out to our benefit. You know, if you got to take a sack, at least it's not a 15-yard loss or a sack, fumble, something like that. All right, second and goal from the 10-yard line. Watson is under center this time. He's going to hand it off to Jones up the middle. Jones powering forward down to the 3. Just could not break that last tackle as we now have third and goal from the 3-yard line. And so we're going to start spreading them out. Watson's going to be in the shotgun 4 wide. He's got Junior in the backfield to him, offset to his right side. Hands it to Junior. He's going to get into the end zone for the touchdown. That is the championship game-finishing type of drive that we needed, as that will give us a lead by 11, 24-13. Washington trying to make a comeback, though. Our defense needing to hold on, and Washington has the ball with a 3rd and 4, 3 minutes to go. Haskins, he's going to throw it deep, and we are going to have to pass interference. Gary and Conley could not keep up, so we practically tackled McLaurin. And in that instance, I'd say 1st and goal from the 10 is better than a touchdown, right, on that play. So there is still 3 minutes remaining in this game. Score is still 24-13. We lead by 11 points. Haskins is going to be under center this time as we try to bring some pressure right up the middle. But Haskins is going to find McLaurin for the 2nd touchdown of the day, as they are trying to come back in this one. Score is now 24-19, and Washington will be going for the 2-point conversion to make it 24-21, a field goal game. Haskins under center. They do have a heavy set to the left side. They're going to try to run it forward. Rashad Bushrod and Zach Cunningham team up to stop them early before they could get in. It will be no good. Now, after we go 3 plays and out, Washington will get the ball back again. 1st and 10 from the 37-yard line. Just under 2 minutes to go. But it's going to be intercepted. Levi Wallace down the left sideline. He's going to finally be tackled down at about the 17-yard line, as that will give Houston the ball back. What a big play and turnover, as we will run the clock out and end this game with a close victory. We did get that over-the-top score from our offense. Our defense, yes, they did allow the touchdown, stopped the 2-point conversion, though, and then bowed up to get that last turnover, as we will get out of here with a win. We did dominate on all sides of the ball, 317 to 192, 147 to their 72. However, our turnovers did become an issue in this game. So that will give us another win, making us 9-1 on the season. This is looking like the best season the Texans have had, and I think we really need to carry that on through. Deshaun Watson, 96 overall improviser. I'm going to go ahead and upgrade that one. And he gets 2 awareness, 3 middle accuracy, plus 1 short accuracy. That's pretty good. Zach Fulton, our right guard, he's 77 overall with a morale boost. I am going to upgrade his pass protection, because I think if we can start getting some of that extra time, that'll just be a lot better for us. And for the accuracy, Deshaun Watson has some accuracy problems. So that's one of those things that if we get him more time and less pressure, maybe we can get off some more accurate throws. But we'll kind of have to see how that goes as we develop this team. All right. So we do have an injury. Duke Ejiofor, abdominal tear. He's going to be out for 3 weeks. That means our rookie, Ricard, will have to fill in for him. Let's go ahead and advance to the next week versus Tennessee Titans. And this is a big one. They are a division rival. We still have this game and one more with them. They are not very high up as far as their record is, so we've got a lot of leeway in that area. But still, your division rival, you just want to kick the crap out of them. I mean, let's face it, you really do. And so that's what we're going to kind of make our focus here on this. They do have Derrick Henry, and so that is a problem for us. But y'all know my theory on that. Just worry about slowing him down. Don't try to neutralize. Just slow the man down. Limit what he can do. Limit the damage done. He's going to do his damage. So just limit it and basically go on to survive the other plays. Make some big plays after, if we can stop him, make a couple big plays. Try to force a turnover through interceptions. And that's going to be how we're going to have to do this to beat Tennessee. So now taking a look at some of our re-signed players. it's really just kind of checking out who we have. C.J. Board, he's been putting together a pretty good season. Colin Gillespie, I need to look at what we have as far as scouting for fullbacks at some point. But C.J. Board is one of those that I want to re-sign him. I think I need to see a little bit more from him. Some more of that breakaway type speed coming out of the slot like that on those slant patterns, the ability to actually get away from the cornerback and maybe break some tackles. Wide receivers for me can be a dime a dozen. They don't have to be great to end up being really good in Madden, especially as long as we still have Fuller. We've got our big time deep threat. So if we got a guy who can catch, whether he's a 71 or an 80 overall, that doesn't really ever stress me out too much. And taking a look at trying to add some depth to our line, I don't know if y'all saw, but one of our backup guards, Steinmetz, is up for contract renewal, so do not expect me to renew him. And so it's really just kind of looking at what is available, trying to build depth maybe in the draft. Once again, trying to find basically like a hidden gem in there. And as y'all saw, there's really nothing in there. There really isn't. So taking a look at the standings, we do have the lead in the AFC at 9-1. Ravens and Browns and Bengals are all 7-3. Holy crap, that's a stacked AFC North. And Ravens, Browns, Bengals all 7-3. Bills coming in at 6-4. Dolphins and Chargers are 5-5. So let's take a look at the South. See, the Titans are 4-6 with the Colts. So we've got a massive lead on them. 2 more wins, we basically win the division. We would win our division, the AFC South. And so that's not something that they're not a team that I'm worried is going to chase me down for a playoff spot. So in the NFC, Giants and Seahawks are 8-2, Eagles 6-4, Cowboys 6-4, Bears 6-4, Cardinals 6-4. There's a lot of parity, it seems like, in the NFL, apparently, whenever it's all simmed out. A lot of teams seem to be pretty average, with the exception of about 2 teams in each conference. So it's one of those things that just need to keep a watch on, see who we might potentially be playing in the playoffs. We're 9-1. I can't see us failing to get in the playoffs. So, all right, let's jump into this game here with Tennessee. We are going to have Tennessee at a 2nd and 9. And we're going to come through Ricard, our rookie, getting his first chance at starting, and he's going to bring him down with the sack for a 5-yard, 6-yard loss, as that was a big one. I think their quarterback's name is McDonald. They don't have Tannehill anymore. It's McDonald, something like that. So we're going to call him McDonald from this point on. All right, now 3rd and 15 as Tennessee gets set with 3 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Henry in the shotgun, back next to McDonald in the shotgun off to the left side. McDonald's going to get the pass. He's going to drop the screenplay off. We're going to hit Henry early, and we will bring him down after only a gain of a couple of yards. Ross Blacklock came rushing through from the backside to bring Henry down after he did bounce off Conley. That will stop Tennessee, and that will bring up a 4th down for them. So their initial drive will result in nothing, and they do not punt the ball away to us. Now, about 9.5 minutes to go in the first quarter, we do have a 2nd and 8. Watson's in the shotgun. He drops back, scans the field. He finds C.J. Board coming open over the right side. He will be brought down at the 24-yard line after a big gain. Watson to Board. 13 yards run after the catch. That is what we are going to see. Now a little bit later, 1st and 10 from the 14-yard line. Watson in the shotgun once again. He sees an open lane, no one around. He just runs that one in, easily untouched. Deshaun Watson for the touchdown and the lead. His first rushing touchdown of this game, as we do have the lead 7-0. Tennessee is trying to respond as we have 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. Tennessee with the 1st and 10 from the 13-yard line. McDonald's going to find his receiver, Davis, on the right side at the goal line, and Davis is going to make the catch and score. So this game will now be tied at 7 apiece. So in our ensuing drive, we have a 2nd and 9 coming in from the 26-yard line. Watson in the shotgun. He'll drop back, and he hits Fuller coming across on the drag pattern. Fuller's got space. He's going to run away from him from the 20, the 10, 5. Touchdown, Will Fuller. Touchdown Texans. 74 yards on that pass and catch. Oh my goodness, what a run after the catch on that for about 70 yards, give or take. Oh my goodness. Will Fuller just blazing speed, coming on the drag pattern, reaches up, snatches the ball out of the air, and it's off to the races that he wins. So now we do have the lead. We are about 9 minutes to go in the second quarter, and we're going to hand it off to Junior coming off the left side as they pick up about 8 yards on that one. The score of this game still is 14-7 Houston, as we are trying to add this separation and really get these type of drives to take us to the next hump of the offensive powerhouse. We're going to find Will Fuller up the middle. He breaks away. He's going to score another touchdown. Will Fuller over the middle on the slant. Tennessee cannot keep up with this man for the 32-yard touchdown, his second of the afternoon. He's got about 106 yards receiving on 2 passes, both for touchdowns. Will Fuller dominating his man, giving us a 21-7 lead. Now here we are in the third quarter. We do only lead 21-17 at this point. 8.5 minutes to go. We do have a first and goal from the 8-yard line. Watson is going to run it right up the gut. He's going to power through for the touchdown. He got the ball over. That's going to be a touchdown, Houston. 28-17. Watson with his 30th career rushing touchdown on that one. He saw the opening right up the middle. They've been giving that to us all day. He powers forward, takes a shot, but does hold on to the ball as he will cross that goal line. And so now the score is 35-20 here, about 9.5 to go in the fourth quarter, trying to add that separation. We hand it to Junior up the middle, 42-20. Big time plays have marked us this afternoon. That has been our lead, and we have just been executing flawlessly. Now 2nd and 5, Tennessee trying to just add a junk touchdown. They throw it to Henry over the middle as he's going to get blasted and knocked backwards. You rarely ever see that happen. That will bring up a 3rd and 1, a minute and a half to go. This game is out of reach for Tennessee. As they'll come over the middle, that's going to be dropped. Surprisingly dropped. McDonald just could not get that one properly in the hand of the receiver. That will bring up a 4th and 1. Tennessee is going to go in the heavy set with the tight ends to the left side. Henry in the backfield. Tennessee gets a snap, hands it to Henry. He tries to bounce it out. He's going to break a tackle. Van Der Esch swoops in and brings him down with a minute to go. Turnover on downs. Houston will get the ball. This one is sealed shut officially, 42-20, as we will take a big-time win over a division rival on that one. All around, complete domination by us today. We did have our brief lapse, and we allowed them to get 10 points in the second quarter. But overall, excellent game by us. Still, we had 4 turnovers. We got 3, but we had 4, and so we just definitely need to kind of hammer that out. As you see, we had about 33 total yards of offense. They're just around 200 and something. Our defense is playing out of its shoes. And so while we are doing some of these player upgrades, that does remind me, if you have not hit the subscribe button already, go ahead and hit that button for all the Champ and Sons content, whether it be Madden, FIFA, NHL. We got Superstar KO mode done by Mean Dean and the Loud Dozer, a couple of the Sons for Champ and Sons. A whole bunch of content for you. So be sure to hit that subscribe button. And if you did like today's video, hit that little thumbs up button, as we do greatly appreciate it, and it really does help out the channel. So let's go ahead and get moving on to the next week. Antoine Samuel. I mean, he's a guy on the bench. He's a 70 overall, which shows you how good our receiving core is, because he doesn't hardly get any playing time. He's about number 6 or 7 on the depth chart. All right, let's see. What do we get for beating up on Derrick Henry? Very few teams can say they held Henry. Did our job. 500 XP for defensive line. Okay. All right, so we're going to advance over to the next week or to the next episode where we'll be playing Oakland. And I will see y'all on that one. So as always, everybody, stay safe, and later, y'all.